Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Natalie here. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning into yet another video, and we have got something very exciting today. So today I am speaking to Dr. Erin. And some of you may have already seen Dr. Erin because she is on those Friday calls with Livegood. But today she's here just one-on-one with me, and I have never spoken to Dr. Erin before. Super excited. So Erin is known as the Success Psychologist. Pretty impressive already. She is an award-winning international speaker and trainer, a high-performance sales and business strategist, owner of The Higher Life. We'll have to find out what The Higher Life is, a podcast host, and get this, 7 times #1 best-selling author. That blew me away. Just that alone, Dr. Erin is amazing. So Dr. Erin works very closely with her husband, Garth, and they're an absolute power team. They've been in network marketing for 10 plus years. And in their last business, their last network marketing business, they were 6-figure earners. And I'm sure that will happen again with Livegood. But let's find out why Dr. Erin has come over to Livegood and get some juicy details on how we can help our teams grow or what we can learn from Dr. Erin. So welcome, Dr. Erin. I just wanted to give that little intro to you. Thank you so
That was
much.
so generous of you. Thank you, Natalie.
Not
Thank
at
you so
all.
much. Hi, everybody.
So, Dr. Erin, can I call you just Erin, or does everybody call you Dr. Erin? I've actually wondered about this.
Everyone calls me Dr. Erin because I tell them to.
Oh,
But that wasn't something I did when I was a psychologist years ago. It's so funny. Everyone called me Erin then, and then I branded myself as Dr. Erin, and now my husband calls me Dr. Erin. I'm like, you do not have to call me Dr. Erin. Like, anyways, call me whatever you want.
okay, cool. I just thought I'd ask. So tell everybody, how on earth did you find out about Livegood, and what made you join this business? Because you must have been in another company, right?
Can't wait to hear your story someday too. Yeah, Garth and I had been in 8 or 9 companies over 10 years. So you do the math. That's a lot. It's a lot of shifting and moving and holding on to a dream. I always say, the dream doesn't have to change, but sometimes the vehicle changes. But our dream never changed. But it's kind of an interesting story in that might not be what you all would think. Probably 3 weeks before a friend of mine on the internet shared Livegood with me, I had quit the network marketing industry for good. For so many reasons. This industry has been really beautiful for me, in that it just helped me launch kind of this version of me that exists today. So the personal development, I just really owe so much, but it's really broken my heart. And a lot of different reasons for that. But, being lied to by CEO, not getting paid, having a product that was awesome, but no one could afford. And, up until Livegood, we didn't have another way. And so I try to give myself a lot of grace and compassion because I look back and I think, wow, that was a lot. But I just cried myself to sleep more nights than I'd like to admit, Natalie, over this industry. And I have a really, really beautiful, smart daughter, Grace. And when I really want to figure out life, I ask Grace to go on a walk with me because she's just who I want to be like when I grow up. And she has seen me cry so much over this industry, and she has begged me to stop. And
Wow.
that she said something that stopped me in my tracks. And she said, Mom, don't you think if it worked, it would have worked by now? And I said, you're right. You are right. She goes, she grew up with me. She knows my work ethic. She knows I was gone all the time. She knows if it was gonna work, would have worked.
Mhm.
And I made peace, as much peace as you can come by when I think I had to give up my hope too, Natalie. So I quit the industry, but if you're not going to figure out how to leverage income, it's just math. It's like, well, I'm not going to make more money than trading my time. So I guess maybe I'm not the one that is supposed to see Bali and Fiji and do all the things I want to do. And I had a heart to heart with God, and I was like, that's just sad. That would just make me sad.
Yeah.
But I I said it, I can't do it. It's not working.
Right.
And then my friend from the internet, Johnny Demos, who I've never met in real life. We've just met over the internet over the years. He sent me a 5-minute video and I joined immediately. That was about at 8 o'clock at night. And I just was diving in and we went to bed and we woke up and I looked at my husband and I said, oh my gosh, I think we joined another company. But what
And
we saw in
he's
the
saying,
5-minute
no, I
video,
didn't. You did.
no, he's like, no, we did. Exactly. You watched the video with me.
Oh, he did.
And we said, Natalie, something I said last week was, I've fallen in love again with network marketing, but I just needed everything about it to change.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw in the 5-minute video. Everything about the industry has changed here in Livegood. All of the truths that were contorted, all of the things that never made sense to me also didn't make sense to our CEO, and he and a couple other people had the guts to change the whole model and to say, let's just completely change everything. So I'm a business coach, and so I'm the smartest person out there, but I'm pretty smart when it comes to business, I like to think. And so what about business is if you have a marketplace differentiator, which is something that the whole world wants, but no one else has, you're sitting on gold. And I could see, oh my gosh, that's what we have.
Amazing.
That's what we have. And you really think about the value proposition that is Livegood. It is, do you want to save money?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't met a lot of humans that don't want to save money. And so, yeah, that's how we got here.
That's how you got here. Yeah, exactly.
Someone shared it with me.
And I think there's a lot of people that will watch this that maybe don't have your history and they didn't have that love for network marketing and maybe don't even really understand what network marketing is and what it can bring you. So maybe you could tell us, like, why did you go into 8 companies? Why do you love that industry?
Yeah, I mean, network marketing in theory is a way to, well, it's true, but it is a way to leverage your income. Most people who get wealthy are leveraging something. They're leveraging a system or a community of people. They're leveraging. And so that's the one thing that I've been chasing my entire career of how do I leverage? As a psychologist, trading my time for money, which is great. I love to do psychology, but there's only so many hours I'm willing to do it and want to do it. There's no leverage.
Yeah.
So that's why I love the business model. And that's why it was like, okay, I'll do whatever it takes. Okay, you're shutting us down. I'll go find somewhere else because like I said, I still had the dream.
Yeah.
And there was there's always two options. You can change your dream or you can, try to raise your income. And I'm just not that interested in changing the dream. So I've got to figure out how to raise the income.
I'm with you. I am with you.
I really want to go. Yeah, I really want to go and see that. And I really, yeah, all the things,
Yeah,
but
right. Exactly. And everybody's going to have a different dream. And for some people, their dream
yeah.
is, it's all comparative, it's all relative. It depends on so many things, but everybody's got some kind of dream. And if you haven't, then you're just not digging deep enough. And I think that human beings, we're dreamers. And whether, don't feel guilty about that is my advice. I think we all want something more. And whether that is even just for you personally, or if it's to give back to your parents or to help your kids to live a life that maybe you didn't. Everybody has a dream, right? And I think as adults, a lot of adults think that dreaming is for kids or for people that are away with the fairies, but it really doesn't need to be. And there are ways out there for you to, like Dr. Erin was just saying, to leverage income. There is a possibility right here with Livegood that you can have a piece of that and you can reignite your dream. Don't you agree?
Oh my gosh, Natalie, that was so beautiful. You said a word which was more, and I like to think of desiring more. It isn't more stuff, it's more life.
Yeah.
I will, as long as I have breath, desire more life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think,
Exactly.
and I also really I love this idea of you simultaneously can be grateful for all that you have and still desire and work hard for all that you desire. Like both just are co-occurring. It's the duality. It's the paradox of everything. So
Totally.
um,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't mean that you're ungrateful in any sense. It can just
no,
mean that you just want some more, and that might just be some more freedom, some more time to just relax and live and breathe and enjoy yourself. These are really
yeah,
important things for human beings.
yes,
Totally. We're on the same page with that for sure. So you told me before our call that you and Garth, you had success before in a different network marketing company. Did something happen with that, or
yeah.
you leave
Well,
it and then come here?
even the way that we had success in that company is kind of a tried and true kind of tale. Um, the reason we financially had success there was because we had $3,000 starter packs.
Oh,
So everyone came in at a $3,000 starter pack and figured out how to gather that money up.
hmm,
And then we made tons of money. And we, Garth and I, really, we had a team about 1,500 people. No one else advanced. No one else was making money. It was too heavy of a lift. It was too heavy of an ask. It was, you know, and then, for all sorts of reasons, the company grew out of integrity, like didn't pay their leaders and, all sorts of things like that.
oh,
But, and I always say, like, I'll die on the sword of integrity. I mean, the moment a CEO or a company behaves out of integrity, I'm out. So that's what happened. And, through all sorts of just ugly, ugly stuff, we had to leave. And I'm just proud of myself for being open to looking at that 5-minute video. I want your listeners to ask themselves, are you a person that remains open?
hmm,
And I just think it's one of my greatest traits that I'm just so grateful to myself. I'm always open.
mhm.
I'm always open. Why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
I'm very discerning. I make quick decisions, but I'm always open.
Mhm.
Like I can just imagine God up there, like, hello, I sent you this and this and this. And I like to think that, like, I at least see the messages, I'm
Mhm.
open to the messages.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah, really important. Keeping your eyes and your options open. I agree.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
why wouldn't you? Otherwise, you're going to miss a lot of things.
I know.
So I don't know when you joined Livegood, but I'm guessing it would have been, what was it, in the summer, presumably?
Yeah, 8 months ago in May.
It was May or the same time as me. Okay. And is it right that you and Garth, I know you're a team, you went platinum in just 90 days?
Yeah, we went 90 days. Eric Worre, the great Eric Worre,
Yeah,
he says he can trace all of his millions, and he makes a lot of millions,
he does.
back to two 90-day runs that he did in his career. One, he has the dates. It was 1995 and I think 1998 and 2005 or something.
Okay.
And if I look at that six-figure company where we were for 6 figures, that was a 90-day run. And then Livegood has been a 90-day run. Our team is now 2,000 people in, 8 months, and we went platinum in 90 days. But what you do in the 90 days is you just talk to as many humans as you possibly can until you roll in 100 people direct to you. That has always been the success metric. That's always been the play. You got to run the play. The play works if you run the play. The play works if you run the play. So I ran the play. And I
Okay.
didn't know, when you start, we all start at zero, and then we have one friend that joins, and we tell the other friend, and then they join. And you cannot know the how. You just have to do the do.
Right.
And the moment I became unattached was our last company. No coincidence. That's where we started first having success. Is I finally figured out how to be unattached to the outcome of what someone said. And I fell in love with being the person that talked to the humans. Like, I fell in love with the job description of that. Like, it became fun for me. It became, good job doing your job today, Erin. You got 5 no's, but at least you did your job.
Okay.
And if you can fall in love with the process, that's going to be required because there's no other way to get there without the process.
Yeah.
So,
So
and that 90-day run has set us up for what will be a 6-7 figure business. I mean, so that's what I would suggest everyone does. If you're in this for a full-time income,
right.
you know,
Because yeah, that's the beauty of Livegood as well. Absolutely, is there's
right.
so many people here that are, you know, here for the products, or here for the fun, here for, you know, creating something little, and some people are going to create something big, and some people are going to create something huge. So
Yeah.
I think everybody that watches this, whether they're in Livegood or not in Livegood, should really just listen to that, what Erin said about the 90-day run, but especially about the falling in love with the process and not the outcome, not listening, not listening, but really understanding that it's about doing the actions rather than how many yeses do I get today? It's how many times did I reach out, or did I do my thing, whatever it is that you're doing online. That's so important. So that's really been your secret to getting to this platinum status in 90 days, is every day doing something. And I know Facebook has really been your place. Is that right?
It has, but man, Natalie, if I look at the people on my team, I met so many online, so many in person. And
Okay.
I do really want to share the good news. I think that's good news. I think that Live Good is something that there is no niche. The niche is, do you know anyone that wants to save money? Okay. So if that's the niche, we can go back to guerrilla marketing of telling your post office person, your hairstylist, your neighbor. So social media is fine. It's necessary, but it's not sufficient. People, out of the 127 people I personally enrolled, one person came into my inbox and said, I would like to know what you're doing.
Hmm.
You have to go and talk to the humans. So yes, I use Messenger on Facebook, and I use my voice every single darn time. I
Right.
send a voice message every single darn time. I'm talking to the humans.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the humans. And there's no way around it.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it.
Because
Because,
some people are just maybe thinking if they make a few posts on Facebook that's good. They're promoting Live Good, and they are talking about Live Good. But like you just said, only one person has come to you. You have actually found your
yep.
people yourself.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you the gold. Every person that likes, loves, or comments on your post is a lead that you then get to go and say, hey, I don't know if you were supporting or if you're interested. Either way, I'm so grateful and hope you're doing great. And let me know, are you interested? If you're interested, I can shoot over a 5-minute video. Have you heard of Live Good and what's going on here? That's it. Okay. Social media, necessary but not sufficient. It's just marketing. It's not sales, and it's not closing.
Mhm.
And here's what I believe. I don't view people as numbers, but I view business as numbers.
Mm.
I don't see you as a number, but I know I've got to talk to you to build a business.
Mhm.
It's
It's the math.
just the math.
Yeah. It is the numbers. Absolutely.
I have a list of 87 people that said no to me as I became a platinum. I just got a lot of no's,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I got a lot of yeses, and I talked to a lot of humans, and I shared the gift of Live Good.
Congratulations on getting there so fast. And I know that
Oh,
you definitely
you.
have a long way to go, because you're a very ambitious person. That's really obvious to anybody who knows you. So I would imagine that you are, you know, you've got your eyes set on going to diamond, if not crown diamond. Am I right?
Crown diamond, right? I'm like, that sounds about right. That's the life that I view myself as, wearing a crown of diamonds, really. I'm like, that's the ticket.
That suits me.
That suits me.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. So can we talk about the money in Live Good? Because I think people are going to be really interested in this. And I don't mean, you know, right down to the cents and all of that business, but you're a platinum today. You've been in for 8 months. Ballpark, roughly, what kind of money do people earn? And we will, before we just let Erin answer that, I just want to put out an income disclaimer and just say nothing is guaranteed in life, let alone in Livegood, and that everybody will earn a different amount of money in any business and whatever they're doing. And that we have to be very careful on YouTube and just make that really, really clear. It does depend on you, your circumstances, your effort, your action, all of that good stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you, Erin, if you wouldn't mind telling us about the earnings in Livegood.
Of course. And if you think about, if someone doesn't want to answer that question, you better ask yourself, why in the world would someone who's building a business not want to talk about what they're earning in the business? Okay, that would be weird. Okay, so I will set it up this way. The compensation plan at Livegood also was why we joined, because there is something that's called unlimited match bonusing. And the key word there is unlimited. If you see the word unlimited in a comp plan, that is something you need to look at. Okay. So what that means is I can personally enroll as many people till the end of time that I can or desire to, and I will make a 50% match on their paychecks. That's just one of the many ways. Okay. So let's just imagine that I keep sharing Livegood. What I love about this comp plan is it's so ethical, because here's the truth of our comp plan. I literally don't make money unless you make money. For the first time ever, I am completely invested. My paycheck is completely invested in whether or not you're making a paycheck. So the platinum range is anywhere from 1,000 to like 12,000. Right. So the reason is because there are many, 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 many millions of different pathways to each rank, which is so bizarre. So we've got people that are diamonds that are making less than people that are lower ranked. And we've got people at the top of the leaderboard that have enrolled 1,000 people, but yet aren't even diamonds. We've got people that are because no one can predict who's going to make money matching off of who. But what's also really cool is in our comp plan, once I rank up, let's say I rank up 3 times, I can then go and grab all of the ranks 1 and 2 and 3 under me. If I rank up 4 times, now I get to grab 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s. So I'm going to match on all of those. So the range of platinum is, like I said, 1 to 12 or so. And then diamond, what's really cool about diamond is you get to participate in what's called the diamond pool. And that is, and they say in Livegood, we don't get paid on products, but this is the one place we get paid on products. All of our product sales and membership sales go into a pot every month, and the diamonds each share 2% of it. So imagine we go from 1 million members, Natalie, to what Amazon and Netflix and all those, 5, 10, 20 million. Imagine what's going to happen to that pot as the amazing amount of sales, because everyone loves our products, because that's the value of our membership is the products. That diamond pool is going to be exponential, it's just going to grow and grow and grow as well. Yes. So, so we're in that beginning part of the platinum range.
Yeah. Amazing.
Helping people make a paycheck and helping their people rank up because we match. So brilliant. What I do, what I love to say too about the math, Natalie, with a comp plan is you can't compare apples to oranges. You can't compare numbers to old comp plans. So someone might say that I've been in a company in the past, they'd be like, oh my God, if I had 2,000 people, I would be making this. And I will say to you, who in their right mind has 2,000 people in your company? Oh, nobody, because it was such a heavy lift to enroll people. I would also say, what's the retention rate of your 2,000 people? So I'm interested in retention way more than I am in numbers, because if I don't have retention, then I have another JOB, and I'm not here for another JOB. I'm here for leverage. I'm here to work once and get paid on forever, like Michael Jackson does, and he's dead, and he gets paid on his songs every time they play, right? So that is what residual income is in network marketing. So I'm more interested in, is it even possible to get 2,000 people on your team? Yeah, that's happening. a lot here. Okay. And once they do they stay? So you want to really look at the income there, because then that's true residual. So 96% retention, ridiculous. Never been done before. The highest in the industry, Natalie, and you might not know this, you might now because you've been in here, but is 30%. And that was like amazing. There are no holes in the bucket. No one gets hurt here in Livegood. We're
Yeah.
not doing anything to anybody here. There's no reason. People don't quit this. There's no
Yeah.
reason to quit a $10 membership. No one quits. There's no one getting hurt. So
Yeah. And that is so beautiful about it. I mean, for me, obviously, been very aware of network marketing, but I've never really been enticed into it, although because I didn't really even understand about leveraged income, to be perfectly honest with you. But now I am here and I know all the stories and I hear all of the tales. And I think, yeah, like what you said there is just so important. Nobody is getting hurt. It's $10 a month and people are making money. They're making their return on investment like that within the next week or two. I mean, it's just no risk. And ultimately,
there isn't.
even if you aren't here for the products and you're here for the opportunity, so many people end up trying the products because they're so inexpensive and then loving them. So it's the opposite of people getting hurt. People are actually starting to buy the products that maybe have thought, I've never really thought about trying super greens. I'm one of them. I'm going to try super greens. Oh, actually, yeah, this seems like a good idea. I probably should be doing this. So yeah,
Right.
you're right. People aren't getting hurt,
Perfectly said.
and it's good fun. I think it's a really amazing company. Their transparency, the fact that they live stream, and you know that you're part of the live streams. I mean, that's gold because there's no hidden anything with this business. You know the CEO, you know the way he laughs and the jokes he makes and everything. It's truly brilliant. I think what they've done and what they've created is definitely very special. Okay, so we're going to wrap this meeting up pretty soon, this interview, I should call it, not a meeting. But anybody who is sitting on the fence, who might be interested, what advice or final takeaways would you give to anybody who's still thinking about this?
Um, how do I say this without you're overcomplicating it? If you're on the fence, like it sounds so hypey, so don't confuse my passion for hype. But this is a non-decision kind of a decision. This is a $10 decision to save money on medical grade health and wellness products. No one is like, I don't know about Costco. Like, I don't know what I think about Costco. Is Costco a scam? How come Costco's prices are so low? Maybe they're lying to us. No one, no one, no one. Okay, this is what Livegood is. We're the Costco of, and we're the membership that pays. So we're just like that. There's nothing to consider. And I get it. It's old programming. There was a reason to be discerning because of the mountain you were being asked to climb. There was a reason to be skeptical because of the investment that you were looking at losing.
Right.
You buy one product here and you save money. I just put money back into your budget.
Mhm.
So you're saying there's a way to make, yeah, you're saying we're saving. Yes, we're saving you money. That's it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's old program. It's old programming probably, which I get. We had to be on the lookout. We all got hurt so many times in these past companies.
Yeah.
So just live good. Just come and live good with us.
Awesome. I think that's perfectly well said. And tell us quickly before
Natalie.
we finish, because I didn't ask you at the beginning, what is the higher life? Tell us about the higher life.
Oh, the higher life. That was a name given to me by God on the treadmill 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I'm a high performance mentor and expert with my psychology, but I also really am connected to my higher power, and I really embed spirituality into my teachings and my life. I think we're really holistic beings, right? So the higher life was this. It's high performance fueled by your higher power, but it's my coaching and consulting and speaking company.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing. And
yeah.
and congratulations again on yet a new book that you've just released. I saw that on Facebook. And where can anybody
Thank you.
go and find your book if they wanted to
Oh,
go?
thank you, Natalie. It's on Amazon. It's called Oh, How Human of Me. And it's a journal. It's kind of a transformational journey back home to your highest self. So it's just full of 40 years of research of what questions to ask yourself to find the answers for yourself. So thank you for that. You can go to Amazon or higherlifejournal.com and you can find it there.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to put the link to that as well down below in this description.
Thank you.
But it's been great to meet you and speak to you, Dr. Erin. It's been a really lovely conversation. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I just thanks a lot. And thanks for being in this big journey with me.
Yes, thank you, Natalie. Bye, everyone.